truly Boosie, back with another video. If you're new to my channel, I just like to describe my channel as a journey of self-improvement and self-love and just advice for a lot of us young adults. So if that is your thing, make sure to check out the rest of my videos, subscribe to my channel, and like this video. So on to today's video. So I wasn't planning on making a video, but I thought this was something very important to talk about. As you know, it's been all up and through the news, on social media, just everywhere. Simone Biles withdrew from the team gymnastics competition at the Olympics, and she also withdrew from the individual all-around competition as well. And the reason for it is that she said she needed to protect her mental health. And you would think, you know, that's a great reason, and that people will be understanding, but people aren't. You know, people are calling her a quitter. People are saying that she has failed her country, and people think that mental health is a cop-out reason to withdraw. And I just want to say something. Like I said, this channel deals with a lot of things us young adults go through, and that includes mental health. And one thing I want to say is that people don't realize mental health is so important, and it's just as important as your physical health. I don't get why you guys would be okay with her withdrawing if she broke her ankle, but her saying that her mental health just hasn't been good, you guys frame her as a quitter. Let me give you guys my full and honest opinion on this whole thing. I think what Simone Biles did is something so brave. One of the bravest things you can do, actually, when you have not only your whole country but the whole world looking at you, when you have been thrown into the spotlight at such a young age and have accomplished so many things. It is brave to get out there and say that I just cannot do this right now. I think for so long, all of us have been taught to just push through it. That's literally what we've been taught to. You know, things get rough, just push through it. You have people depending on you. Oh no, you're a great person, you're great in this. Like, you need to show people that you're great. Push through it. And I'm here to tell you, you don't have to push through it. I don't think people understand when your mental health is not there, everything around you literally falls apart. People don't understand how much, even if you pull through it, how much it'll still affect you even afterwards. For her to get up there and say that I cannot do this, my mental health is not great, that takes courage. That's not something a lot of people can do. And that's why I said it's one of the bravest things you can do, because people don't do that, especially someone of her athleticism. For people who saying she quit, she has nothing to prove to you. She has nothing to prove to us. If anything, she has proved time and time again that she is one of the best gymnasts of our generation. She has won so many gold medals already. Let her just have this time to focus on herself. It wasn't just too long ago where tennis player NAOMI OSAKA talked about her mental health and not wanting to do press conferences, and people also calling her weak, saying that this just comes part of the game and that she needs to suck it up. We don't always need to suck it up. If anything, living your life and going on as if everything is normal was the sucking it up part. To talk about it, that means you're really at your breaking point. And like I said, I applaud both Simone Biles and NAOMI OSAKA for doing something so brave, because not only are they talking about something that's so taboo, like mental health, they also know the backlash that they are going to get, which also makes them brave. And one thing that's common between these two, obviously, is that they're Black women. And I want to point out something to you guys that some of you don't know about. You can ask any Black person and they will tell you that they have heard the phrase, you have to work 2 times as hard just to be successful, just to get where other people are. As Black people, we don't have the privilege of mediocrity. whatever you do, it has to be great. Because often enough, you're probably the only Black person in that room. Often enough, you're that person paving the way for other Black people. And now imagine that constant stress. And I can only imagine the constant stress that those women have both had to go through. These two young women are making a path for not only athletes, but other people to admit that they are going through something and that it's okay to take a rest, take a break. I think society needs to realize that just like pulling out of the game because you hurt yourself physically, people take seriously and people don't call you a quitter, the same thing with mental health. She said that for a long time, she just hasn't been feeling good, and she knew that she wasn't doing her best, and she knew it was because of her mental health. And so people see it as, oh, she saw that she wasn't doing as good, so she decided to quit. No, she saw that her mental health was affecting her game, and before she could injure herself, she made sure to pull out. Or people are saying, well, she just cost the US the gold in gymnastics. For all we know, she's the reason why we have the silver. She knew that her teammates were up to the plate and that she wasn't. Who knows if she continued playing, how everything would have gone. But even the competition isn't the point of this, her health is. And like I've been saying, her mental health directly affects her physical health. So I'm pulling up something that Brandon Marino, who I think is also a gymnast, tweeted just yesterday. I won't read the whole thing, but he's pretty much saying that Simone put her body through so many years of difficult routines. And verbatim, for non-gymnasts, the fact that she balked midair and accidentally did a 1.5 on her first vault instead of a 2.5 is a big deal. It's terrifying. She could have been severely injured getting lost in the air like that. And the fact that she even landed on her feet shows how much of an incredible athlete she is. People don't understand that she, like I just said, your mental health literally affects everything. I mean, think back of a time that mentally you just were not good. You were anxious, you were depressed, and think of the time you had to push through it. Did you do your best? I know I didn't. As I have been very transparent about some of the things I struggled with my time in grad school, I wasn't 100% me. I was dealing with anxiety. I was dealing with imposter syndrome. And I know for a fact I did not do as well as I could have if mentally I was 100% there. We need to get past this whole pushing through things. What Simone Biles did, what NAOMI Osaka did, I think it's finally bringing about the conversation of why do we need to push ourselves so much when we're not doing okay. I think they are breaking down the barriers when it comes to talking about mental health. I think they're breaking down the barriers of just pushing through it. I'm here to tell you that you don't have to push through it. And I wish people would really truly understand, no, our generation as millennials and Gen Z, we are not weak. We finally have the guts to tell people there's something wrong. So I hope this message reaches people who need it. Like I said, my channel is a safe space for people going through mental health problems, for young adults who are just lost. I want you guys to know that over here, we take mental health seriously. You are okay just the way you are. And that was just my opinion that I'm very serious about. Please let me know what you think down in the comments below. And like I always say, if you ever need somebody to talk to, I'm always here. Feel free to just DM me on any one of my socials, and I am always here to talk. So please, my piece of advice is everyone do something for you this weekend. Do a little bit of self-care, indulge a little bit, relax, sleep. Just do something for you, and that will help with your mental health. So until the next time, lovelies, bye.